Okay, good day everyone. Today we are going to be limit. So this here is your vertical BT, and this is your flagpole here, PT or TP. A point R is on the same horizontal ground as B. So since this is vertical and this is horizontal, they make a 90-degree angle with each other. So that may be wise to put in immediately, such that RB is 60 meters. So this here will be 60 meters. And we are told that the angles of elevation of T and P from R are 35 degrees and 42 degrees respectively. So that means from R to T, this will be 35 degrees. This one will be 42 degrees. Nice. Let's just see what the question asks us. So that is all the information they give us. So they ask us, label the diagram to show the distance 60 meters, the angles 35 and 42, and any right angles. Interestingly, we did that already. All right. Notice that this here is also a right angle, but that is not necessary. It will not add to our question, so we don't need to put it in. The only right angle that may add to our question is this one. Okay, nice. So they ask us now to calculate the length of the flagpole. So what they want is to calculate the length of PT. Well, we could fill in some angles first. So notice that if this is a 35, if we look at the triangle BTR, that means ignoring this one here for now, we would get that this angle here needs to be 55. That is because 55 and 35 is 90, plus that 90 will give us the 180 needed to make the triangle, the 180 degrees, the sum of angles in a triangle. And if this entire thing here is 42, that would mean that this angle here is 7 degrees. Why? Because this piece is 35. Okay, so we saw that that is 7. Now, what does that mean? Well, what else can we find is the question. Notice that this line here is a straight line, so that means it needs to add up to 180, which would mean that this value here is 125. And if we add 7 and 125, we get 132. And that would mean that 48 is missing. Let's just double check that. So let's see. 48, so 125 plus 48 plus 7. We have 5 and 8 is 13, and 7 is 20. 4 and 2 is 6, and 2 is 8, and then 1 is 180. So yes, so that means this is 48 degrees. So lovely, we find all our angles. So now we can look at finding some sides. I realized that TR, might be helpful. That is this line here. That is the hypotenuse of P of R TB or BTR, which would make, so it would make sense for me to use trigonometry to find it since I only have one side. So if I look at the opposite to 55 degrees, that's this one, that is the opposite, which is the 60 meters. That tells me that I could use sine to figure out what the hypotenuse is. If we recall from SOHCAHTOA, if that's how you remember it, we have sine theta is equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. So if we're looking at 55 as our angles, we have sine of 55 is equal to 60 divided by the hypotenuse, which we will label as TR. And if you cross multiply, you can look at this as 55 sine 55 over 1. Cross multiply and we get TR is equal to 60 over sine 55. And that will come out to be approximately 73.25. I know that they wanted to the nearest meter. We will deal with that a little later. So far we know what this is. This here is equal to 73.25. Now we need the flagpole. Okay, well, if we could recall also, if we have any triangle, this doesn't have to be a right triangle. So let's see if I could draw that. If we have an angle A, B, and C, and we label the sides little c, little a, and little b, then we have the sine rule, which says let's start with the alphabetical order. We have a over sine a is equal to b over sine b, which is equal to c over sine c. And if we look at this triangle PTR, we see that we have, if we compare it with this, we have the side B, that's this side, we have the angle B, we have the angle C, and we want to find the side C. So in fact, we can actually use the sine rule here. Right, so I think in a previous video, you would see the card that I use the cosine rule to figure out a side on angle. So this time we are so the sine B 7B, and B was exactly 48 degrees. That is equal to C, which is the side we are trying to find, over sine 7. So cross multiplying, or that's multiplying by sine 7 throughout, we get C is equal to 73.25 sine 7 divided by sine 48. And that to the nearest whole number will be 12 meters. And that concludes this paper. So we have the length of the flagpole is 12 meters. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.